Everyone's talking about Halloween costumes, but what about costumes in cozy games? I decided to see how many different looks I can make in Disney Dreamlight Valley, from witchy vibes to full-on K-pop idol energy. There are 15 outfits in total today, so get comfy, grab your candy stash, and let's get into it. So I started off with doing a Wicked Witch, of course, like an alphabet style Wicked Witch, because we do have this like green color skin tone and like perfection. That's what I needed. I will tell you, I tried not to use any of the in-game costumes. I don't remember if I did. Maybe one. I might have used one, but I really tried to show how you can construct the costume and the look without the in-game costumes, or for things that maybe aren't in the game already. Not all of these are Disney related, and I did not use Touch of Magic in this, so these are things that you can use in Dream Snaps if you want to for the next couple of weeks. Alphabet is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I did some long curly hair, I did the green body paint, and then a black outfit. And I did also try to add in a companion, a matching companion, if I could find one that I felt like fit the vibe. So I gave Alphaba a black raven. I know it's not the same witch, but it still seems to suit. So that's what I did. I personally love Halloween. Love, love, love Halloween. Like, we end up having a grand old time. We all get dressed up. We have multiple costumes all weekend long. It's a big deal. For the last 3 or 4 years, we've actually had people fly out to be with us on Halloween because it's that big of a deal in our family. So I was a little disappointed when DreamHack Atlanta was announced to be on Halloween weekend. I am moving on to a vampire look. If you are following along with the creative person going on over here. I decided a vampire was the next look, a little bit of a regal look, if you will. So, DreamHack Atlanta is actually the weekend of Halloween. If you haven't bought your tickets and you would like to attend, hey Amethyst May, we'll get you a discount off of your tickets. I really debated on not going this year because it landed on Halloween. Because Halloween is such a big deal to me. I love it. But my parents have decided to come into town, and they're going to take care of my kids and take them on their Halloween adventures and stuff like that, so that I can go and I can attend. I'm thinking I want to do like t-shirt style costumes this year. I'm trying to like not spend a ton of money. The hotel room is crazy, and that's kind of blowing my budget. I haven't even booked it yet at this point because I'm like, is it worth it? Maybe I will just drive in 2 hours every day, because is the hotel really worth it? If it blows your whole budget, is it worth it? I don't know. So I'm thinking like t-shirt style, not full just t-shirts, but t-shirt style costumes where you make it. Like, I really think I want to do peach, and I'm going to do a pink t-shirt with a little bit of paint on it for like her little emblem, her necklace. And then some tutus, a pink tutu, plus some extra. But I'm not going to give that away because I don't want someone to steal my idea. And then another option, another idea. So my husband is going with me to DreamHack this year. It's the first time that he is going to an event with me as like my handler. I usually have somebody else who's my handler, and they're in nursing school. And so my husband is going this time, and it's his first time. He better learn how to take some pictures. So we're trying to do some like couples pictures or couples costumes. So my second idea is Team Rocket, but I'm thinking like the black Team Rocket, not Jesse and James, like the Team Rocket members, if you will. We are moving on to a skeleton outfit, and I did use the skeleton costume for this one. Don't get mad at me. I just did. I do love the hair I end up with on this one. I've never used that hair before, and it looks really good, so I might be using that hair more. Anyways, I digress. Team Rocket, I'm thinking black shirts, red R's. We both have black pants already. Done deal. Like, I might make a little like duct tape white belt for each of us, just to have like a Pokeball belt, but easy, right? My next thought, I really wanted to do It Takes Two because it's a gaming convention, and I want to do couples costumes. The only thing with It Takes Two is I think it takes a lot of work to do what I would want to do with that one, and the wig would probably be heavy and hot. I'm not a cosplayer, I'm just a costumer, right? Like, I don't find it as much enjoyment in being weighed down by a lot of heavy materials all day long. Those cosplayers are hardcore. That's not really for me. So I don't really know if I can find a way to do t-shirt style. It takes two, maybe like a blue bandana instead of like a blue yarn wig. I don't know, we'll see what I can come up with. And then I don't have a fourth option yet. I did kind of want to go as myself, as the VTuber self. Usually I would wear a wig for that. I do have some horns. I don't have any other outfit pieces though that really match my VTuber model yet. So I don't know if I'll do that one, but it leaves me with one more. I need one more thing. I have moved on to making a ghost. My thought with the ghost is usually the silhouette of a ghost is like a sheet over a person, right? And so I was trying to get the silhouette with the hair and the dress, and that kind of gives you the shape of a ghost. So that's how I decided on the ghost outfit setup. The ghost was actually a very easy one. It didn't take a whole lot of work to get her there. Maybe if you have like the white dresses from Daisy, you might have had a better dress than I do, but I don't have that. And it is technically Touch of Magic, so I wasn't using Touch of Magic in this one. After the ghost, I decided to move on to a zombie. I'd say the zombie is the one that I'm least in love with because you can't really do gore in the game. There's not really like stitches or blood or anything else. So I just had to give like the appearance of rotting skin, and the best way I could think is like green skin and like red eyes, like bloodshot eyes. So zombie's my least favorite. We got some really cool ones coming though, so it's okay, just hang tight. Actually, while we sit here and just shoot the shit, if you're vibing and you're loving the conversation and you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe. Fun fact, 96.5% of my viewers aren't subscribed, which means I'm either really bad at asking you guys to subscribe or you're really good at avoiding a commitment. So maybe hit that button and change that because I need all the help I can get over here. Okay, now we're done with that awkward conversation. Oh, I will say, so for the zombie, I ended up picking the crocodile companion. My thought is it's bloodthirsty, quote unquote, like it's the only potential man-eater that we have, and I don't know, it just seemed to work. Okay, that's why crocodile. I did try to find a related companion for each outfit, and you know, that's the one for this one. Okay, I do think I like the outfit of the zombie, and I might need to put that outfit on in like a dream snap or something, but maybe not with green skin. Maybe not with green skin. Yeah, so that's my thought process on like where our costumes are headed. And then my kids are gonna be Peter Pan. They've all picked Peter Pan characters to be with my parents. Last year we did Inside Out as our like family costume, and then the year before that we did Wednesday as our family costume. And funny enough, my brother flew out to be with us 2 years ago to do Wednesday, and so he could be, he's really, really tall, and he was Lurch for us. And then even my oldest got in on that one, and he wore like a whole blacked out suit and had Thing on his head, so he was like Thing, like the green screen of Thing. Yeah, so I actually submitted a picture of that. Before I tell you anything else, we're moving on to the werewolf. But so I submitted a picture of us as Wednesday, as the Addams family, into like a little cosplay group here locally, and it was really cool because they reached out and said, hey, would you like to go to the premiere of Wednesday season 2? They're looking for families that would like to cosplay. I'm like, heck yeah. So that was a really neat experience for us. We got to do, I'll put a picture here of us at the Netflix like Wednesday premiere in this really cool old theater in Atlanta. We got to do that this year. And what was really, really awesome for us, my youngest loves Enid, and Enid is her favorite, and that's who she was 2 years ago for Halloween. She is a very pretty princess type, very pink and colorful and rainbows. Enid is like her to a T. So she dressed up as Enid, and the actress who plays Enid and the actress who plays Bianca in Wednesday were actually there and kind of got to wave and say hi and stuff like that. And that was really cool for her to see, because as the youngest and as the pretty princess, she's not really into the same stuff as us. A lot of us are more on the alternative, darker, black side. I don't really watch horror, but most of my other kids do. There's a whole thing, you know? Like, we're just on the darker side, and she's very bubbly and pretty pinks and stuff like that. And so she really wasn't excited to go see Wednesday, the premiere. It's not really her thing, but she was willing to go. And then to see the actress who plays Enid there, like, changed her whole perception of the entire night, and it was so exciting for her. I'm like, okay, worth it. Because at first I felt bad for like kind of dragging her out with us. I'm like, I guess I could have found a babysitter. Just, it was kind of a family ordeal. I thought she would enjoy it eventually, you know, and she really doesn't like the Wednesday is a little too scary for her in some parts, and so it was really cool to see that actress and have like some good come out of that for her. And speaking of Enid, I decided after doing a werewolf, I of course need to do an Enid version of the werewolf. And I will point out, I did use the like Bo Peep's sheep earrings because I thought it was funny, like a wolf in sheep clothing. So there's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek in there too. What else? We've always been very costume. I would never say we're cosplayers. I would say we're costumers, if you will. I don't spend like months and months and months building a costume or a cosplay. I don't sew. I don't sculpt. Usually the extent of our stuff is like E6000 and felt or paint, like acrylic paint on t-shirts. So I definitely wouldn't call us cosplayers, but we do dress up for every convention. We always try to have some sort of theme, and Halloween too. Like, we always do that stuff. And we end up thrifting a lot when we build these things. I can't justify spending $30 to $40 on like a single-use item. It bothers me that the kids' costumes cost that much nowadays. It's crazy. So we tend to try to like home makeup, and it works out pretty well for the most part. And I enjoy it. The kids seem to love it. We plan out early on in the year what we're going to be doing for our Halloween costumes. After I did Enid, after I created Enid, I moved on to Violet from The Incredibles. I felt like a superhero is very quintessential Halloween costume, but maybe I cheated a little bit on this one because it's like a one-piece suit and done. But I wanted to use it, okay? That's what I wanted to do. So what is it? I used the skeleton and I used just this one so far, right? Everything else I've built kind of the same way I would at home, like from scratch, not as a costume. But hey, I did a superhero without a cape, because no capes. There's no capes in the game either, so it's perfect. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. We've done a lot of like group costumes over the years. I can remember early on we did How to Train Your Dragon years and years ago. We did what is Little Red Riding Hood? We've done Little Red Riding Hood. There was one year where I was like a grandma, but that wasn't the Little Red Riding Hood year. So I'm not sure if we've done Little Red Riding Hood twice, maybe? Because I don't remember why I was a grandma. But I've done that. I'm moving on to building Tink in the game, Tinkerbell. We don't actually have, I'm surprised we don't have like a short green dress of some kind. So I had to make do, but that's okay. I like how it turned out, so it's fine. I wanted to do a princess at this point, and like I need an actual Disney figure in this, and I feel like the princesses might be a little too easy, and so my first thought was, oh, well, let's do a version of Tank, since there's not a Tank costume in the game, and that's a very popular character. So there you go. A little bit of a Tinkerbell. Let me think. We've also done costumes for like cosplays, not cosplays. We've done costumes for conventions, and in the early days, we did a lot of superhero ones. So we did Marvel, we did like Batman, and my husband was Batman, I was Poison Ivy. We had a Joker, a Penguin, and a... what's the cat? Catwoman. We had a Catwoman. So like we early family years, we were very superhero coded. This next one that I'm working on is actually Beetlejuice. I feel like I got the idea of like a loose Beetlejuice, but not quite. I don't hate it. So it made the cut for the video, so it's fine. Yeah. And then there were some years where we did Frozen. I know we did some Frozen one year. We have always put in a lot of effort into like dressing up for conventions and for Halloween and stuff. It's just, to me, I'm in the business of making memories, and these are the kinds of memories that they're gonna hang on to for the rest of their lives, and hopefully they get to do those kinds of fun things with their own families someday. I do have my kids like weigh in on what we're gonna do. We try to come up with like a group costume as a group, and not just like, you guys are gonna be this, right? So we do try to work together to come up with an idea. And then they also get to dress up like 3 times all weekend long, between trunk or treats and school and trick-or-treating. So they generally get like an individual costume that they wear to school too, or trunk or treat. Like, we hang on to as much as we can, you know, if they still fit them, we hang on to them because there's going to be opportunities to wear them at this point. Now I'm moving on to a current pop culture costume. I was trying to make the K-pop Demon Hunter girls. This one right here is, I believe it's Zoe. Is it Rumi? This one's Rumi because Zoe has the yellow pants. That's right. Like, I've got to wait for the hair. I got to see what the hair is. But no. This one was my attempt at Rumi. And it's funny because I feel like Rumi is the one that least, my version of Rumi is the one that least looks like Rumi, or the character. We just didn't have enough of the items that were like close enough to what she wears. And obviously didn't have that awesome hair. But I was trying to come up with like, here's a list of very traditional Halloween costumes that you expect to see all, you know, year after year, and then here's maybe what we're going to be seeing at our door this year. And of course you're going to be seeing a lot of K-pop Demon Hunter at your door this year, I guarantee it. So that's how we ended up with like a random Rumi. And then after Rumi, I went ahead and I did Zoe. I like Zoe. I don't know, maybe I'm not sure if I like Zoe or Mira's costume more. You're gonna have to tell me down below which one you think is a better version. I do like Zoe's hair. Anyways, we haven't gotten to that, so you'll see it in a minute. What I would like to know, what is one costume that you remember the most from when you were a kid? I have pictures of me as a strawberry. So that one comes to mind. And then for me, like, there is this Sailor Moon costume that I had, and I was probably like somewhere between 6 and 8 years old, that my neighbor made me. She was the babysitter, and she made it for me, and I had like my first handmade costume. And I wonder now, like, was she a cosplayer? Like, I've tried looking her up because I remember her entire name. I've tried to find her online, like, where did she go? Because at the time, I would say she might have been about 10 to 15 years older than me. But I think she was in college at that point. Like, she wasn't just a high school teenager that lived down the street. I think she was in college. And she loved Sailor Moon, and she's the one who introduced me to Sailor Moon, and I love Sailor Moon now. I've watched a lot of it. There's elements of my VTuber model that are actually fashioned off of Sailor Moon. I was Sailor Moon for Halloween. Like, this could have been my origin story, right? This person in my life who was just the babysitter and made me this costume. So that's the hat. That's like my most memorable Halloween costume as a kid, is the Sailor Moon costume. Trying to think, as an adult, I tried to do a Sailor Moon the year of COVID. I had already started buying things like early on to do Sailor Moon, and that was before we knew that it was not gonna be safe to like go out and do Halloween. So I should get all that stuff out and maybe try and make it work. I never got to be an adult Sailor Moon because of COVID. I tried for, okay, back to the Demon Hunters. I tried for the K-pop Demon Hunters. I was struggling to figure out what kind of companion to give them. I really wanted to give them like a bird, a pigeon type thing, and then like a blue cat. And the best I could come up with was like the blue raccoon and a raven. It's not quite what I wanted, but it was close. I know. Honestly, it'd be really cool if we had Touch of Magic for companions. Because, gosh, can you imagine, like, all the cool companions you could make and do more of these kind of style videos where you're like, I'm creating Shrek and Fiona, and here's Donkey, you know, and it's just like a painted raccoon. That'd be cool. Maybe someday. Really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you guys like it too. I thought it was really fun. It was just like, here's a different way to dress yourself in the game. It reminds me of like early days Pinterest. There was like this lookbook thing that you could do, and I don't know if it was on Pinterest or if it was a different website and people brought it to Pinterest, but you saw it all the time where they'd be like, we're Disney bounding, and here's a picture of the character, and here's what we want to look like, but as like a scene kid, right? And you'd pick out all these items, and that was your Disney bounding outfit. And that's kind of like, I got to kind of Disney bound, if you will, in here. And I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys like the idea, and I'd love to see what you guys do. If you want to do something similar, like tag me. I am working on Miura. I don't love the hair. It's the closest I could get to her hair. It's the closest. I do feel like I need to buy a lot more things. I'm still working on like buying clothing and stuff. So maybe some of you have better options than what I did, but I had to work with what I had, you know? It is what it is. I do feel like the gist was there. I didn't know that we couldn't bring mannequins outside. I wanted to have some mannequins outside. I was gonna like line up the 3 girls or 2 of the girls next to me, so it was like clearly K-pop Demon Hunter. I might still do it inside the house and take a picture, but it means I have to set up a house. And I was really working the fact that I had done this like Halloween section of my island, and I was like, I'm using this for every picture. Kind of sucked. I didn't know until I was nearly done with it that I couldn't put mannequins out and put all 3 girls out. That's okay. I had fun with it. So after doing the pop culture and these K-pop Demon Hunters, I was like, you know, I still don't feel like I did Disney. And one person I feel like is really missing from Dreamlight Valley is Snow White. I don't have any kind of Snow White outfits at all. Maybe in costumes, but since I was ignoring costumes, I didn't look. But I don't really have anything that's like Snow White. And so I kind of took that Disney bounding idea and like, here's more of a hipster, you know, current day Snow White. That's what I ended up doing for, and this one actually, that would be a really easy like t-shirt style costume, right? Because you just need like a blue shirt, a yellow skirt, and the headband, and voila. Maybe that's what I need to be looking up for costume ideas for DreamHack, is just Disney bounding. Because what Disney bounding is if you don't know, it's like when you want to give off a theme of a certain Disney character at Disneyland or Disney World, but adults aren't actually allowed to dress up in costume outside of certain like special events. I think you can for like Oogie Boogies. But just if you're just going to Disneyland in a regular day, they don't generally allow adults to be in costume. I'm not really sure why, but they don't. So what people do is they Disney bound, and you just kind of dress in the colors without being in full-blown costume. Disney bounding might be an easy way for me to like come up with some more costume ideas for DreamHack that don't cost me a fortune. After I did Snow White, I thought, you know, why don't we wrap this one up with Peach? With a different princess from a different world. Let's do a Princess Peach. I did give her a little turtle companion. I couldn't resist. I thought it was cute. Maybe it's her turtle baby with Bowser. I don't know. But I was like, oh, that's like the best companion option for Princess Peach in this world. So she does kind of give me Sleeping Beauty vibes. But hey, if I say it's Peach, okay? And there you have it, folks. I yapped to you about 15 costume ideas for Dream Snaps in Dreamlight Valley, and yapped about Halloween and costumes in my own life. I hope it was a cohesive and smooth video. Maybe it needs some work, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will chat with y'all real soon. I heckin' appreciate you. Bye, friends.